Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Memorial Stadium in West Milton, Ohio for today's 2021 season opener matchup between the Bulldogs of Milton Union High School and the National Trail Blazers. Hello again. This is Brett Barnes here with Andy Grudich, the coach, and Scott Seaman, ready to kick off another season with this non-conference opener for both teams. Head coach Mark Hoffman brings in his Trailblazers tonight. And interesting to note that Coach Hoffman was on the very first National Trail High School football team in their very first year. National Trail's moving into a new league this year, the WOAC, the Western Ohio Athletic Conference. And last season, the Blazers finished at 4-4, 2-2 in the CCC. So now with the scouting report, here's Scott.
Thanks, Brad. Coach Brett Pierce has provided us a good overview of National Trail. Offensively, they're going to run two offenses. Primarily, they're going to run a wishbone formation with two tight ends, and they'll focus on establishing a running game. If they struggle to establish this running game, they'll move to a spread formation and try to stretch the field to move the ball. Coach said watch number 45, Drew DeWitt, a 6'3", 200-pound sophomore fullback who will be a challenge to slow down. In addition, number 4, Garrett Jones, a 6'1" senior, is a strong offensive threat as well. On defense, you'll see National Trail line up in a traditional four-man front, 3 linebackers, 2 corners, and 2 safeties. Coach Pierce did mention Brookville's 3-3-5 defense slowed the Bulldog running game on the edges last week and said he wouldn't be surprised to see some of this defense from National Trail tonight. Coach Pierce and the Bulldogs' keys to the game is to focus on ourselves, to establish the run and stop the run when the Blazers have the ball. Last week, Blake Newmeyer and Michael Elam had solid performances, and the Bulldogs will lean in on them in tonight's game. Coach is glad to have number 79, Jake Brown, back in the lineup tonight and feels like he should make a huge difference in stopping the running game of the Blazers. One key to note, the Blazers did list a very sizable defensive lineman who won't be in the lineup tonight. Number 72, Aiden Beard, may be out. Coach Pierce did say, though, that offensive line defensive line that averages over 238 pounds on the front of National Trail's defense is going to be a challenge. And with the heat tonight, he plans to stretch that offense, try to turn the corner, and create some fatigue using the speed of the Bulldogs. Melton will come out offensively in a wing T spread offense and run some traditional shotgun formations. The Bulldogs starting quarterback tonight is Nate Mortar, a 5'11", 185-pound junior. Coach Pierce has in place some RPOs, run-pass options for Mortar, and his read on the inside linebacker or corner will determine whether he hands off the ball for a run or pulls out and throws as the defender commits to the run. In addition, Coach Pierce talked about defensive gifts, and if he sees the defender sitting off coverage of Blake Broomball or Cooper Brown, Mortar will have the option to immediately throw on the perimeter for a potential big play. The Bulldog defense is a 5-2 set, 5 defensive linemen and 2 linebackers with 2 corners and 2 safeties in place. The 7-man front will be challenged early to stop the wishbone misdirection run game presented by the Trail Blazers. The key inside will be the linebacker reads, finding the ball and controlling the game at the point of attack. They're going to try to stop that run on first down, put the Blazers in 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9 situations, and keep them from establishing a rhythm.
The third member of our team, Coach Grudich. Andy, how you been?
I'm good.
Welcome.
Yeah, it's be Captain Obvious here tonight. I think the heat's going to be a factor, and I know Trail's going to have quite a few guys going both ways tonight, so that'll definitely be a factor, especially as we get later in the game. It's going to be hot, and it's going to stay hot. So we'll see how the boys hold up. And it'll be difficult on both sides, but I think we're going to have fewer guys going both ways than Trail.
Last year, Trail went 4-4, lost in the first round of the playoffs, and they are a Division VI football team in region number 24. This is the first time in the history of Milton Union football that they have played National Trail.
Girls basketball played Trail in tournament this year in the sectional tournament. Victory by the Bulldogs. So should be a fun night. It's first game of the year. Always exciting.
So, Andy, the Bulldogs deferred to the second half. You want to run down the starting defensive lineup tonight for the Bulldogs?
Absolutely. So, at defensive back, we have Andrew Collins and, of course, Blake Broomball. And we have, on the line, we have Peyton Nichols. We have Karis Thwaites, Michael Elam, Zeb Hines. And we have Colton Holtgren at linebacker, Ethan Lane at linebacker. And then we have Mr. Yates, number 85, at outside linebacker. And, of course, the guy they've been missing, Jake Brown. Jake Brown will be back tonight. He is going to wreak havoc on the offensive line of National Trail.
The National Trail starting offense, Andy.
Okay, offensive starters for Trail. Gage Leash at tight end. Sean Roberts, number 79, at tackle, 280. Joyce Bottoms, number 65, 240. Brody Strouser, 55, he's the center, he's 190. Bryce Thompson, 53, he's a guard, he's 220. Ethan Wilson, number 52, he's a tackle, he's 215. And then Chase Rubish, and he is a tight end. Their offensive line averages 217 pounds. Quarterback, Bergen Hoffman, a 5'9 junior. At fullback, who we've already mentioned, number 45, Drew DeWitt, 6'3", 200. Halfback, number 4, Garrett Jones, senior, 6'1", 175. And then Caden Clark at halfback, 5'7", 150. So they've got some size up front, and they're going to try to run it right at us.
Milton Union trimmed in their traditional red and white with the black sleeves, and National Trail with the white jersey and orange pants, looking much like the Cleveland Browns across the way today. And so Milton won the toss and has deferred to the second half. Mason Grudich will put the ball in play, number 1. We have 2 minutes left before the kickoff.
And I'm going to roll through a couple shout-outs here before we get started. First one, of course, is my daughter Morgan at IU East.
Go
Morgan.
Red Wolves.
That's right, go Red Wolves. She's getting to watch her brother for the first time do the kickoff, so she's excited about that. They had a scrimmage today, first game next week. Shout out to 99 grads, Travis Hobbs and Ryan Nixon in Pickerington, sitting on Travis's back porch watching the Bulldogs tonight. Of course, I can't say anything without mentioning the Etzlers down in Ackworth, Georgia. Coach Barnes, I know you got a little shout out, right?
Shout out to Bath, Maine, the Connors family, my mother-in-law and father-in-law. Glad to have them on and enjoying it from the Northeast where it's already dark.
That's right, and a special Bulldog get well soon. We got Broomballs all over the country. Broomballs in Colorado watching Cheryl, and Papa Broomball, Phil Broomball, recovering in the hospital, so he's watching from his hospital bed. So get well soon, Phil. Shout out to Phil, and of course, last but not least, Big Wes.
Big Wes is playing tonight.
Big Wes is playing. The Washington football team playing the Bengals tonight. Is that at Cincinnati or is it in Washington?
It's in Washington tonight.
It's in Washington?
Yes,
okay,
sir.
so Big Wes will be playing some football tonight too. So lots of good things going on in Bulldog country.
Just a different air tonight than last week with a full stadium crowd, and it counts. It counts. So
These are real.
it's a little early to what we're traditionally used to here in Ohio with the OHSAA move to a week earlier, but we are ready for football action here at the stadium. First cowbell of the year.
There we go. It's not a football game without a cowbell.
So number 1, Mason Grudich will toe the leather here. 8 seconds on the stadium clock as we get ready for week 1 football.
By the way,
from the
Coach,
stadium.
he better not hit it with his toe. He's a soccer-style kicker.
It's an expression, Coach. It's an expression. Clock set at 12. There's the whistle. And we are underway. Low line drive. It's going to hit about the 14.
He shanked that one.
Chaser abused with the ball. He cuts up and he's tackled
Nice hit.
immediately there by, it looked like number 3, Brett Unger with the tackle. As the Blazers will start 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line.
Nice hit by Unger. Getting down on kickoff.
So under center will be number 13, Bergen Hoffman, 5'9", 200-pound junior quarterback. And it looks like we've got a power set, ball handed to number 9, Caden Clark, and he is swallowed up by the Bulldog interior, led by number 79, Jake Brown.
Jake Brown's a difference maker.
2nd and 9
We
from
missed
the
him.
24.
We definitely missed him last week. I'm excited to see him play.
It's a great start for the Bulldog defense. 2nd and long in that wishbone run formation from National Trail.
Hoffman under center, 2nd and 9, takes the snap, and he hands to the left to number 29, Rurubush. And again, the Bulldogs are there. Look like number 51 first, Zeb Hines. So 3rd and 9, as 2 running plays net 1 yard here on the opening possession of the first half.
Good start.
It is, and it's definitely a passing down. Let's see if they go to that spread offense. They do.
Caden Clark is split wide, 5'7", 150-pound junior with Hoffman, flanked by DeWitt. Hoffman takes the snap. He drops the throw. He's under some pressure, and he's going to be sacked at the 15-yard line. He looked left and right and had nothing, and the Bulldogs sack him. Number 64, Colton Holtgren, was there, along with a pack of Bulldogs.
Great start for the Bulldogs. 10-yard loss. That's going to give us field position. It should put us in the National Trail side of the field.
DeWitt back to punt with Broomball at the 48-yard line, waiting to receive. High snap, but he's got it, and the ball is in the air.
Nice punt.
Blake is not going to fair catch the ball. He catches it at the 50, and he's down immediately at the 49-yard line, tackled by number 1, Joey Roberts. And a dangerous play there by Broomball as he tried to make a play with someone in his face. But Bulldog football, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Nice coverage by Trail. Nice punt, nice coverage.
So great field position to start the first possession right at midfield.
Pickerel split right with number 4, Nate Mortar, under center. Coach Pierce going through a number of plays. Play clock at 14. Mortar's looking at his wristband, checking the signals. That's Cooper Brown split left. Broomball in motion, pitch to Broomball. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. I think you can forget about it. Put the Jets on, big boy, touchdown.
Nice. Nice run by Broomball. I don't know if he got touched. I think he ran 50 untouched.
Coach Pierce talked about establishing that corner, and he certainly found it on that play. 50 yards, and just as you said, I don't think he was touched, and that is excellent team speed shown by the Bulldogs.
And so Mason Grudich enters the contest to try to make it 7-0. It'll be held by number 4, Nate Mortar. 1 play, 50 yards, 6-0 Milton. Snap good, hold good, up, and it is good. It is 7-0 Milton in one play.
Kind of cried that one in, but he made it.
You're a little tough on your son there, Coach. That was good.
It went in.
All right, easy one for you, Scott. What's the drive stats on that?
That's 1 play, 50 yards, and, well, the guy went to state in the 100 meters, so how fast did he run that 50 yards?
That was pretty quick. He turned the corner, and then nobody was going to get him.
That's a great start for the Bulldogs. And remember now, last week we watched them start their opening drive, 3 plays and a 67-yard run.
That's correct.
So now let's see if the defense can turn another 3 and out and give us another great field position.
I'm sure Grandpa Phil enjoyed seeing that. Let's see if Mason can get a little better kickoff this time. He shanked that first one.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't be laughing.
It's all right.
That's all right. That's funny. My kids are all out of school. You remember Luke did this 2 years ago. I went through it. All right. Grudich to soccer style the football. And he's got it, and he hit that one a lot better.
Yeah, he caught that one.
And he's got it at the 1, and he's going to bring it out. 10, 15, cuts back and down at the 20-yard line. I thought that may have been a touchback, but it was not. Number 29 with the carry, Chase Rubush, and he got 20 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Blazers at the 20-yard line.
That was a better kick.
So their first 2 run plays, we watched them test our right tackle, left tackle, but we have not seen the fullback carry the ball. Now they're in their spread offense, though, so it looks as though they're going to give up on that run, at least in the near term.
Oh, we've got a false start penalty here on the Blazers, and an illegal procedure, actually.
Coach Pierce said they'll give you the spread look and still try to run the ball on you. So I'll be curious to see if they're really going to throw the ball or try to run it on us.
And I was surprised that DeWitt did not touch the ball the first series.
Yeah, I think they were trying to set him up right there. It'll be interesting. A little misdirection. They had a man in motion, but it looked like that play was going to go to the right side of the offense with their fullback. They've got to get him into play. He's just too big of a factor, 6'3", 200 pounds, to not get his hands on the ball.
Motion, Hoffman hands to DeWitt, and he cuts back, and he's tackled immediately for a loss of about 1, and that looks like number 85 on the tackle, Connor Yates.
Nice play by Connor.
2nd down and 16 after the 5-yard penalty.
Have they had a positive run yet?
They had the first one was a yard.
Okay.
That's correct, and then after that, not as much. So 9:20 on the stadium scoreboard clock. It's 7-0 Milton. And Trail is struggling to move the ball here early. Hoffman, shotgun. He's got it. Hands it to DeWitt, who cuts up and is tackled immediately by Yates. Connor Yates again for a loss of about 2. It's going to be 3rd and 18, and not ideal for the Blazers.
Not the start they were looking for. 3rd and long. I don't know if you want to do anything silly here. You might just run it up the middle, punt, and lean on your defense a little bit.
So officially 3rd and 17 here as the Blazers are struggling mightily in the first 2 series. Clark and Vance split left. Back to pass. Quick slant caught by number 29 and hit immediately by number 7, Andrew Collins, senior. Gain of 3.
Nice play by Collins. Kept the guy in front of him, made the tackle.
And so a -4 drive for the Trailblazers makes it 4th and 14. And DeWitt is back to punt.
Good punt last time.
High snap again. He's got it.
Oh,
It's
we blocked it.
It's blocked. It could be 6 or 2. It's 6.
Touchdown.
That's Peyton Nichols, number 20. Touchdown, Milton Union. It is 13-0 in less than 4 minutes and 5 seconds. 7:58 on the board.
I'm not sure who came through. He took quite a couple big steps to take that punt and put some pressure on him and got the block. It was nice.
Did not see who blocked it either, but there were about 4 people there. So Grudich is in to try to make it 14-0.
So number 20, Peyton Nichols.
Peyton Nichols, sophomore.
Nice.
High snap, put down, kick is up, and kick is good. It's 14-0 Milton Union.
Just like that. You got it? All right. Super good.
Well, not the start the Trailblazers were looking for. Definitely the start Coach Pierce looking for. Looks like the referees are powwowing about something.
No, National Trail in 2 possessions. I've got them unofficially at about a -15 yards. I mean, they have not been able to establish anything whatsoever on offense.
Yep, great start by the Bulldogs. Stuffed the run every time. Completed 1 pass. Nice open field tackle by Collins, and It's 14-0.
Just received a text from a teacher at Trail, actually, that the blocked punt was number 85, Connor Yates.
Nice.
6'3" long arms. That'll do it.
And so Grudich going to toe the ball at the 40, and it's high. And it's going to be caught about the 9-yard line. It's fumbled. And that's number 29 who's trying to get yardage, Rubush. Tackled by number 32, Jordan Foose. Jordan's new to the program.
I don't know who put the chair there.
So I know you want Mason to kick that ball in the end zone, but our coverage is so strong that might as well let him have a shot at running it. Our guys are down there pinning them inside the 20. It's defense really looks good tonight.
1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. Hoffman. Snap handed to number 9. He's got it, and he's tackled immediately. There is Jake Brown.
Nice play by Jake. Jake just grabbed that guy and said, "You're not going anywhere."
Caden Clark in motion took the snap for the quick jet sweep, and he lost 5 at 2nd and 15.
And Jake literally reached out and grabbed him and just pulled him down.
So 2nd and 15 from the 12. And you are in a world of hurt here if you do not convert a first down. 7:20 left. If you're just joining us, it's 14-0 Milton. Milton's run one offensive play the entire game. Snap and handed to number 29, who gets a hole there and gets about 7 yards.
That was a positive
good run.
play. That was a positive play for him.
Again, Rubush, 5'6", 145 sophomore. Tackled by Hines. 3rd and 12. 3rd and 8 on the 19-yard line. Excuse me.
Get a stop here. Don't give him any life. Get a stop and get the ball back.
So Hoffman in shotgun, flanked on both sides. He's going to fake a handoff to number 9. Thrown in the air. It's intercepted. I think that's Elam, and it is. Number 38. Michael
Nice catch
Elam.
by Elam.
First down, Milton Union.
He was sitting in that zone coverage, and that tight end came across the front. He was in perfect position and made the play. Excellent field position for the Bulldogs. Start out on the National Trail 25.
1st and 10, Bulldogs on the 25-yard.
See if Pierce goes for the throat here.
We've got 4 receivers spread. Snap to Mortar. He hands it to Newmeyer, and he gets 5-6 yards on a power run. Tackled by number 60, Jordan Heck, 5'7", 175-pound junior. 2nd and 4.
Good to get Newmeyer into the game there. Get a carry.
Brett Unger split wide right. Cooper Brown left. Elam slot left. And Broomball slot right with Newmeyer flanking Mortar. Shotgun snap. Back to Mortar. He's going to throw it. He steps and he throws it out to Broomball, who makes a man miss. And he makes another man miss. And he is going to fumble the football, and it's loose. It looks like the Bulldogs may have recovered it. Touchback. It's a touchback. The ball rolled out of the end zone, and so it's going to be National Trail football, 1st and 10 on the 20. And they went from being on the doorstep of scoring to a fumble touchback, and the Blazers have made a big play to keep it at 14-0.
Trying to get that extra yard. You see that all the time in football, guys fighting to get an extra yard and lose the handle.
Smelling that end zone.
Absolutely.
All right. 1st down 10, Trailblazers. Hoffman flanked. Clark has the football. sweep. He's got yardage. He's got 10 yards and a first down for Caden Clark. He may have stepped out just before the first down marker, and he did. He got 8 yards.
Got
making
the edge
second down
there.
and 2.
Got around the edge.
So a positive play there for the Blazers. 2nd and 2.
Sometimes you can get a lead too soon. Sometimes it gets too easy, and you get a little complacent.
Intensity level drops.
Yep, quick turnover, and now these guys, they pick up a couple first downs. They can start a little rhythm.
Hoffman hands to number 29, Rubush, who runs for 5 and a first down. It'll be first down, National Trail at the 34-yard line. I was just getting ready to say, Scott, the momentum thing we talked about last week is so big, and so this drive here is a momentum switch drive.
And you can rest assured, Coach Pierce is frustrated with what he saw happen on that fumble. He talked about focusing on themselves. He knows he's got a big game on the horizon next week with Valley View. You do not want to make it too easy. You want to be able to establish your running game, get your stars and your playmakers into the game. Now look at these guys go.
Hoffman handed to number 9, Clark, and it's 10 yards and a first down.
And another nice hole by Trail. He got 5 deep before anybody touched him.
So your sudden change on defense, you sit down, you get a drink, and suddenly you're back on the field, and it's just a different mental preparation. 4:40 left on the clock here. First down, 10. Blazers from the 45. Hoffman, shotgun. He's got it. Misdirection. That's number 29, and he almost broke it. Rubush, tackled by Broomball after a gain of about 5.
Tell you what, nice play by Blaker. He was going for some distance there.
So misdirection has fooled the Bulldogs here on this drive. It's 2nd and 5 from the 49-yard line.
So Rubush is 5'6", 145 sophomore, and I don't believe he was a starter tonight, but he has come in and put a little spark into this Blazers offense.
Couple nice runs.
Logan Smith split wide. There's Rubush again. Oh, Nichols missed him, but a swarm of Bulldogs will cause a -1. And Nichols was in there very quickly and went high on the tackle. Didn't quite get him, but slowed him down enough to make it a 3rd and about 7.
Big play here. Get a stop after losing a little bit of Mo. Get the ball back.
Well, it's a critical play in the game for both teams. The Bulldogs can take back the momentum if they can make a stop here. National Trail needs a first down. They've got their offense rolling.
Back to pass is Hoffman, and there is a ton of pressure. It's lobbed incomplete. And he was Connor Yates.
Yates just about got to him. Just about got to him.
My goodness.
And gave him a lick.
But Trail has flipped the field a little bit as far as field position goes with 2 first downs. But 4th and 7. And I'll tell you what, Yates has been all over the field.
Blocked a punt, according to a loyal viewer.
Blazer fan. Blazers running somebody on late, 15 on the play clock, plenty of time. Always wondered about that.
Coaches love when that
I
happens.
hate that. Snap, kick. Broomball's going to have
Another
some
nice
space.
punt.
He's got it. 15, 20, 25, stutter, 35, 40, 50, and down he goes at the 47-yard line. It looked like there may have been a face mask. No call made there, but it's a first down for Milton Union in plus territory at the 47.
And that's what Blake can do if you get him the ball in space. He can make people miss and use that speed. It was a great run.
Watching these guys with their hands on their hips, they are tired already. Absolutely. Jake Brown is dead. He's got to get a rest here. But he's in at left guard. All right, Mortar under center. Pickerel split. right. Brown split left. That's Newmeyer in the eye. He's got it. 45, 40. He's got about 10 yards.
Nice power run by Blake.
Make it 9, 2nd and 1.
Dragging guys with him.
Tackled by DeWitt.
So will Coach Pierce go for one here? Or just stay steady Eddie on the ground?
Let's ground and pound for about 2 more minutes and take a 21-0 lead at the quarter. Take that. I'm always wrong, so he's going to throw it deep.
Second short. He might
2nd and 1.
Might want to go for one here.
Unger's way split. 2 on the play clock. He is not going to get it off. That is number 52, Ethan Wilson, 6'1", 215-pound senior. Now it's 3rd down.
I'm no offensive coach, but I think maybe somebody missed a block there. I think there was a missed assignment. That'll be the easiest sack that guy will ever have in his life.
3rd and 7. Four split wide. Newmeyer to the left. Mortar's got it. He's going to throw a swing to Newmeyer. He's got to make a man miss for a first down. He does that. They got the first down easily as Newmeyer had a one-on-one on the edge, and he made a miss for a first down.
Nice catch and run by Newmeyer.
That's a gain of 11, 1st down 10 from the 33-yard line.
That was a fake to broom ball, make it look like we're throwing a broom ball, and then hit Newmeyer.
First and 10, Milton, 33-yard line. Four wide set. Back to throw. He's going to run the football, and he's got about 8-9 yards to the 25. Good run by Mortar.
Nice play by Mortar. Didn't have anything, avoided the sack, and got some positive yards.
We'll say 2nd down and 2 after a gain of 8.
Good confidence builder from Mortar. Make a nice positive play like that. Make something out of nothing.
Play clock at 20. Game clock at 28. Maybe the last play of the first period dominated by Milton Union. Hand off to Newmeyer, and he gets about 2 yards and will have a first down. DeWitt with the tackle. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter of play. Milton Union leading 14-0.
So, I have trivia. This is a good time for trivia.
No, you never have trivia.
So, once again, trivia at courtesy.gin. I gave him many days heads up this time, so I actually have typed copies.
Nice.
Not text on my phone. So here we go. So, question number 1 of the night, trivia. What Bulldog kicker was the last one to kick a field goal in a regular season game? Austin Brandon, Caleb Rue, or A.J. Lovin? Who was the last Bulldog to kick a field goal? Austin Brandon, Caleb Rue, or A.J. Lovin?
Austin Brandon. Austin Brandon. That's my guess.
Going with Austin Brandon? The answer is A.J. Lovin. A.J. Lovin kicked Milton's last field goal versus Oakwood in 2019.
I was there.
2019.
I remember that.
A.J. I didn't know A.J. kicked.
I didn't either.
But he did against Oakwood, and he made it.
And I was there. But I don't remember.
So there you go. Last field goal in a regular season game by a Bulldog, A.J. Lovin, 2019. 2 years ago versus the Lumberjacks.
All right, Scott, any first quarter stats?
Well, the big takeaway on the first quarter is National Trail's inability to move the ball, and the fact that the Bulldogs should be up 21-0 without that fumble through the end zone by Broomball that gave National Trail just a glimmer of hope as they picked up about 29 yards, and it looked as though they were going to flip the field until Broomball ran that 35-yard punt return back to what could have been actually the original fourth down line of scrimmage. So we've been dominant. It's almost been too easy, and it feels like we need to establish some run game between the ends and see if we can't just get in a rhythm here.
Here's a counter to Elam. 15, 10. He runs over a man, and he's down at the 5. And he absolutely destroyed number 1, who stays on the field. Number 1, Joey Roberts, is injured. And it is a first down and goal for Milton Union.
Nice run by Elam. Time in the weight room paid off, it looks like.
Beautiful counter play.
Nice strong run.
He broke 2 tackles last week on that 67-yard touchdown run. He is a very hard, aggressive runner and showed it on that play. It's just unfortunate that we have a player down.
Yeah.
He's so low to the ground.
But it's good to see him get his hands on the ball. It's his first touch of the night.
Just another weapon. You got Newmeyer, you got Broomball, and you got Elam. All 3 strong runners. Guys that can take it to the house.
It's good to see Joey Roberts up, 6 foot, 165, a sophomore.
Couldn't tell if it was a knee or an ankle.
Looks like he's limping a little bit. Looks like he'll be okay. That's good news.
Yep, hopefully he's all right. Shake it off and get back in.
So the Bulldogs are first and goal from the 5-yard line.
Got a nice crowd in the end zone down there. Good night to bring your lawn chair and sit in the end zone. I'm a little jealous.
A little warm? A little warm?
It's a little warm up here.
Yeah, a little bit. Interesting to see who the Bulldogs go to here on first down and goal from the 5. If you're just joining us, 14-0 Milton. It's Newmeyer moving the feet, carrying the pile. Touchdown, Milton Union. That's a gain of 5 for Blake, and it's 20-0 Bulldogs.
Nice run by Newmeyer. Good power move right up the middle. Gets the touchdown. First touchdown of the year for senior Blake Newmeyer.
One of many, I am sure.
Just a 7-play drive for the Bulldogs, about 51 yards. Just dominant play on the inside between the tackles.
So Grudich.
Let's see him put one down the middle and quit pulling them left.
The snap was a little bit low, but they got it down, and it's up and good. Timing a little bit off, but up and good for Mason, and it's 21-0.
Well, once again, I'll be Captain Obvious. This is a very important drive for the Trailblazers here. They need to try to establish something, or it could be a long night. And they had, after the fumble, they had a little bit of got a few things working for them up the middle.
Looked like they settled down a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a very interesting stat sheet. We have a 1-play, 50-yard touchdown. We have a blocked punt for a touchdown. And then we had a 7-play drive for a touchdown. In between that 7-play drive, National Trail actually had a 6-play possession for 49 yards. So you look at the block punt as a real gift for us, but after the first few possessions from National Trail, they did start a little momentum.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
let's see if they can go back and
Got a little something moving.
free up Rubish. He seemed to be able to move the ball. He had 21 yards on 4 carries in that 49-yard drive.
Grudich lifts it to about the 10-yard line where it's taken by Caden Clark, and he is hit by Elam, Michael Elam, at the 24-yard line. 14-yard return.
Mason's got to get a harder run up to the ball there. That's why he's not kicking it as far. I'll go down at halftime, talk to him.
You're killing me tonight. It's hilarious. Shout out to my mom who says we're doing a good job. Thank you, Mom.
Hey, anytime a mom tells us good job, we appreciate
Lima, Ohio. All right. Hoffman. Back to pass. It's going to be a quick pass, and it is incomplete. Is it backwards? Is it backwards? It is backwards. Touchdown. Milton Union. It's a backwards pass. And so with a backwards pass, we've got ourselves a lateral and a touchdown. Now the officials are looking at each other and having a conversation, so we'll see how this goes. And it's going to be a touchdown, Milton Union. How many different ways can you score?
Nice job by Broomball to stay with the play.
Officially
make the play first. Make the play first and then follow it up. Play to the whistle. That's what they teach you when you're little in every sport.
Officially a 25-yard fumble recovery for Mr. Broomball, who has scored another touchdown. And here's Grudich. Snap's good. Kick is pulled a little bit left, but it's up and good. 28-0 Milton Union, and the route is on. There is still 11 minutes and 26 seconds left in quarter number 2. 28-0, red and white.
Well, you're exactly right. Broomball stayed with that. It was a very challenging call, and there's no angle and there's no replay. So he didn't hear a whistle. He stayed with the ball, picked it up, and got a touchdown out of it. So great effort on his part. He almost picked that off and just walked in.
Waiting for the ball.
$28-0. Mason kicks it
better
to number 9. That's Clark at the 4. And he is hammered at the 20-yard line. And that's sophomore Peyton Nichols. My goodness.
He's gonna feel that in the morning. He'll probably feel that on the bus ride home.
My word.
That was a hit.
So isn't Nichols our touchdown on the block punt? So he's having a great night.
Some unconventional scoring tonight, guys.
For sure.
Fumble recovery, punt block.
Punt return.
Unreal. All right, they've changed up a little bit, and now we have Hoffman under center, and the ball is going to be handed to 45 DeWitt, and that's number 64, Colton Holtgren, who we've called a number of times tonight. With
Colton's
the
having
tackle.
a good game.
It's a gain of 4, 2nd and 6 from the 24-yard line. There is still 11 minutes left in the second
There's
quarter.
a lot of time to play in this quarter.
Hoffman under center, and he hands it to number 5.
Nice run.
A very good run by Evan Baker, 5'8", 165 junior. That's his first touch of the night. First down, Blazers.
Move the chains.
So 1st and 10 on the 31-yard line.
So if you're a National Trail right now, you have an offense that you need to be able to execute. You're not going to win this game, but you've got to play now for the confidence of the next 9 you're going to play. And if you can get out, put a few first downs together, get a drive, moving the ball down the field against this Bulldog defense, which has been on the field, incidentally, practically the whole first half.
Correct.
Maybe you can come away at the half with some positives. That's really all you can look for here if you're National Trail. How can we take some positives away from a game that just got away from us totally?
That was Caden Clark, -2.
Try to execute, do things right, move the chains a little bit.
Counter play, that's number 5, Baker, and he broke a tackle, and he broke a second tackle. It looks like he may have a first down, and he does. A good run from sophomore Evan Baker out to the 42-yard line, 1st and 10, National Trail.
And National Trail is getting some new people into the lineup, giving them an opportunity. I mean, this is Baker, a junior running back, 5'8", 165. Before that, we saw number 29, Chase Rubish, put on a show for us, gaining about 21 yards. And now it's Baker's turn.
Hoffman hands to DeWitt, and he gets maybe a yard. And at the bottom of the piles, number 22, Thwaites with the tackle. 2nd down, 10. Jake Brown was there as well for.
And Newmeyer. Newmeyer getting his nose in there.
Coach Pierce talked about number 45, Drew DeWitt, and having to take him out of the game, their fullback on the night. And he has 4 carries for about 2 yards.
Pitch to number 9, Clark, and Bulldogs are everywhere. Elam, Holtgren. Lots of 2.
Nice read by the Bulldog front line there.
And looking at the Trail roster, guys, every one of their skill players is an underclassmen.
They're young. They have a young roster.
There's Jake Brown getting his rest. Replaced by number 63, Jesse Kurtz. Jesse's a big kid, too. So 3rd and 12. Blitz and misdirection tackle by number 5. Run by number 5, Baker. It'll be 4th down and 9 after a gain of about 3. And one of the Bulldogs
and
is
Bulldog down.
That's Karis Thwaites. And he's the one that lost his helmet in the play as well. So we'll have to see how he reacts to this. But it's 4th down and 10.
So we blitzed on that play, and I think our linebacker was in the backfield before the ball was handed off.
Good stand there by the Bulldog defense. Held them to 0 yards on that possession. Did you say you wanted another trivia question? Well, as a matter of fact, I have one. So here we go. Trivia question number 2 for tonight. Coach Brett Pierce is 10-6 in season openers.
Karis is up.
What team has he victimized the most in his career? Good to see Karis up and walking. Coach Pierce, 10-6 home openers. Who's he got the most opening wins against?
Wow. I'll guess Miami East because we play them first all the time for years, but that's a guess. I don't know. That's my guess.
I'll let you know after the punt.
All right. Well, DeWitt back to punt again, and he's got that, and he's got it off, and Broomball's going to have a chance.
He's got some
they've
room.
got a wall to the left. He's going to cut right. 35, 40, 45, 50. He runs over a man at the 42-yard line, and he's just so fast.
He's fast. He's got that little wiggle to make guys miss, and then he's got that acceleration.
Junior.
Well, you know what, Coach?
Am I right? Do I get one finally?
Brett Pierce has defeated Miami East 7 of the 8 times he has faced them in the season opener.
Hallelujah. That doesn't happen very often, Scott.
You are correct.
I got one.
Coach Barnes, Miami East is correct. You're 1 for 1.
And I did not know that before. It was a guess. Pickerel left. 4 receivers. 28-0. 7:55 on the clock. Handed to Newmeyer, 40, 35, 30, carries a man down. Gain of 13, first down Milton.
And we talked about the Bulldogs. They need to just establish a rhythm here, a nice possession, run the ball, and not show too much of your offense. I mean, we've seen broomball all over the field. Valley View is going to have to watch that certainly for next week, but you want to hold some cards when you're up 28-0.
I was just getting ready to say that. You know, now you want to not show too much. You got the game in hand. Don't let Valley View see too many things from you.
It's 1-on-1 on the out. Oh, my goodness, it's a touchdown. What a pass.
That was a nice throw by Mortar.
A great pass by Mortar.
Man, nice tight spiral. Hit him right in stride. He didn't have to break stride. That was nice. Nice throw by Mortar.
34-0 Milton, 7:22.
I'll give Broomball a little credit for the catch and the
speed.
pattern, being fast.
Just run as fast as you can. Scott, is that his third touchdown? I think it is.
Yes, I've got Broomball on that touchdown through the air. I've got him on the end zone fumble for a touchdown. And help me out.
First play of the game.
And that's exactly right. First play of the game, 50-yard touchdown run.
Kick is up and good.
That was a good extra point.
It is 35-0. 7:22 left. Second quarter. Just got a note from Tyler Luce. He's the baseball coach at Trail. He's the one that sent me the text earlier that Rue Bush is out with a concussion for the rest of the game for Trail. Rue Bush is
hate
out.
to hear that. Hate to hear that.
And so that's
Especially the opening game.
Number 29, Chase Rue Bush, not going to play the rest of tonight.
He had 4 carries, just over 20 yards on the night, and he was actually a spark in that 6-play, 49-yard drive that didn't result in anything other than some momentum for National Trail.
That's probably why we saw more of Evan Baker last series.
Just got a picture of Hobbs and Nixon sitting on the back porch watching the game. Good to see you watching, fellas.
Mason ready to go. Good kick. It's going to be caught at the 3-yard line.
That's a
fumble. It's on the ground, and it's going to be down there by number 9, Clark, and they're going to start at the 9-yard line. 1st and 10.
Got a couple scores from around the area. We'll be doing our best to get you scores throughout the night, but right now it is Preble Shawnee 14, Miami East 0, and St. Henry 21, Covington 0.
Covington 0?
Yeah, St. Henry 21, Covington 0.
Oh, St. Henry. There you go.
St. Henry, I think they're not bad in football.
I
I think they're decent.
think you are correct. All right. Hoffman in shotgun. He's got DeWitt to his left. He'll hand to DeWitt, and Kurtz hits him, and Yates hits him, and down after a loss of 3 to about the 6-yard line. The line is just eating it up.
They're blowing him up. That guy's getting the ball and getting hit.
No chance.
So it's really good to see. I mean, you think about last week when Brookville rolled in here, lined up in that T formation, and just took us to task on a couple of long drives. Our defense is just dominating tonight.
2nd and 13. Hoffman's got it, and he hands to number 2, who's tackled by Cooper Brown. That's Ben Browning with his first carry of the football game. And
nice play by Cooper.
Brown knocks him down for another loss.
And you know what's happening on the Bulldog sideline right now? The JV guys are nudging each other because they're like, dude, we're getting in. We're playing the second half.
We're going to have a running time situation.
JV guys are going to get some bonus time in the second half.
It's 3rd and 16, and they are on the 3-yard line. And I don't think they have a play for this.
Tough spot for the Trailblazers here.
Hoffman's got it. He hands to DeWitt, cuts up the middle, broke a tackle, dove ahead to about the 7-yard line where it'll be 4th down and 13 for Trail. And DeWitt back to punt again.
Tough spot to punt. You got to punt quick, and then you're just going to give Broomball more time to run this punt back.
He's got a running touchdown, a fumble recovery touchdown, a pass receiving touchdown. Let's see if he can get a return
almost
touchdown.
blocked it.
35, 37, picked up at the 37. And he will cut up to the 25 and be knocked out of bounds at the 25-yard line, where Milton Union will take over 1st and 10. 5:11 on the stadium clock. It's 35-0 MU.
See if Coach Pierce wants to spread some carries around now. I don't think Pickrell's run the ball yet. This Newmeyer, Elam, Broomball.
Looks as if Karras is going to be okay. He still has his helmet, so he's not concussed or anything. He may have got a cut on that play where he got hurt last series. All right, 1st and 10, 25-yard line. Elam in motion. He's got it on a power sweep, and that's going to be a gain of about 7. And a
late hit.
Hit
him out of bounds.
If I believe that's the first flag of the game. Do we have another? We had a false start early. I think that's it. Both on Trail.
That's going to put us right at the goal line. Maybe on the 2.
It may be a half the distance penalty. Not sure if it's a full 15.
It's a 15-yard penalty. I think it's going to put us on the 2.
Yeah, they're walking. Put it on the 10.
Nope, you're right.
Yep, half the distance.
Half
but it's
the
1st
distance.
and goal for Milton Union.
So we talk about trying to establish a rhythm, but every play is such a huge chunk of yardage that it's challenging. You just can't even put a long drive together.
It's one-on-one with Cooper, and nope, that is not Cooper Brown. I'm sorry, that's Ray Copeland, who dropped the football at the 5. Ray Copeland.
Again, nice throw by Mortar. Good zip on it. Got it there.
I think Copeland was thinking end zone.
Yeah, he was thinking a move. It's 2nd and 9, 2nd and goal from the 9. 5:02 left, 2nd quarter. 35-0.
See if we go Cooper Brown in the corner here.
Handed to Newmeyer. 5, touchdown.
Nice strong run again by Newmeyer.
And a big old hug for Jake Brown.
Newmeyer's 2nd touchdown. Is that correct, Scott?
That's correct. He's having a good night tonight in the first half.
And I'm serious on this. What's the record for most extra points in a game? Because
I don't know.
7.
That's a Doc Ginn question.
I think that's. We may have a record on our hands tonight.
He hasn't kicked it yet, Coach.
I hate to. There's no such thing as an announcer's jinx. I've heard that before. Yes, sir. Money.
He's good.
42-0.
So I honestly thought I was coming prepared to keep up with the statistics tonight. And 42 points, and we're not even through with the first half. I'm running out of ink and a pen.
You're out of space.
I mean, it is very challenging to keep up with this runaway score by the Bulldogs.
I wish our listeners at home could see what kind of charts you got, because it's amazing. I'm going to take a picture of that and put it on Facebook later, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, it's
That's a lot of work right there. I just get up here and start
So
yapping.
this will be his 7th kickoff of the half.
Well, he kicked off to start the game, so it would be his 8th kickoff, right?
Now, if we track their return yardage, I only think they've crossed the
7.
20
Yeah,
one
not good
time
at
on
math.
these
Yeah,
these
okay.
kickoffs.
Yes.
So even though he's not banging it out of the end zone, blame that on the humidity, and let's And let's say the coverage has been great. He's got nice air under it.
That's why my golf ball won't go anywhere here, too. Humidity. Well, it's going to be caught at the 6, and it's Clark.
I'm sure his legs are getting a little tired.
And Brown's got him at the 20. Look at this. We got a little scrimmage action there. And got a flag in the hand. And he put it back. All right.
7 kickoffs and a half is a lot of kickoffs.
It is a lot of kickoffs.
And he's got a soccer game tomorrow evening. Sorry, Coach Winchester.
We have our second team defense in the football game. Which is a great opportunity.
Get some guys some good minutes in the first half.
It's Baker, number 5. He cuts up. He gains about 7 yards, maybe 8, to the 27-yard line.
Got a couple more scores here for you. Mr. Mike Skiles feeding me scores here. Riverside League opponent. Riverside 13, Ansonia 7. And down the road, I don't know if they're playing a tip or not, but tip 7, Bellbrook 7.
I believe that is a tip, but I'm not positive. Second down, 3. Hoffman under center. DeWitt in motion. Handed to Baker, who's hit immediately, but looks as if he's just short. Be 3rd and 1. Good hit by Elam there.
So there's no quit in this National Trail team. That Evan Baker, 5'8", 165 junior, getting his opportunity, and he's making the most of it. They're running some misdirection inside the tackles, and, he's gaining some yards. If they can convert this first down and put a string together, maybe they've got something to talk about positive at the half.
3rd and 1, and the Bulldogs blitzed, and he's going to be just short. That was DeWitt with the carry, and he just got about a yard short by about a foot. And it's an interesting call here on 4th and a foot.
Maybe a time for a timeout and talk it over. And they're going to go for it, I think.
3:09 on the clock. And running.
Could be a confidence builder here for the Trailblazers if they can get it.
I don't think he got it. Oh, he did get it. I think he gave it to him.
Forward progress. You're down 42-0. You're down 42-0. You get a few kinder spots.
It's challenging to put a positive spin on things for National Trail. It's really comes down to individual play and attitude now. When you're down 42-0, the coach is looking at his players and seeing who keeps his head in the game, who wants to play next week.
There's Baker again. Breaks a tackle. Will be right, a gain of 1. Carter Burner in the vicinity. 2:10 left here in the period, second quarter.
And we'll see. Just going to stay on the ground here. Maybe try to throw one up top.
And it's handed to number 9, who has swarmed. Caden Clark had no chance. Loss of about 5. That's
Dogs still flying to the ball. Guys are flying all over the place.
64.
And we'll try to continue to give you guys scores throughout the night.
So 3rd and 13. Hoffman back. We've got a flag and a false start. Will make it 3rd and 18 for Trail. 1:09 left, second quarter.
Yeah, that's going to make it tough. See if Trail's going to keep it on the ground, try to run this clock out. Probably can't. They're going to have to give it back to the Bulldogs.
1:02, 1:01, 1 minute. 3rd and 18. Pass, throws, tipped, and an incomplete. Tipped at the line of scrimmage, stops the clock with 53.9 seconds to go, and it looks like Trail will have to punt.
And we'll get the ball back one more time.
I have them for 8 punts, Scott. Is that too many, or?
Yeah, I lost track, to be honest. It's just incredible. I've tried to track Broomball's return yardage. I've got him with 3 runbacks, 84 yards in punt return yards so far.
It's a nice
Gets
punt.
into that one, and it's going to go out of bounds about the 42-yard
Not going to let
line.
Broomball run it.
Good punt. Victory formation here, fellas. I would.
Yeah, you get your second string guys and let somebody else run the ball.
Bands are ready to go. First and 10.
Let your starters play the first half. Get the other guys in second half. So we have the starters are out there.
It looks as if they're going to take a knee here in victory formation, and they're going to. They'll have to take it twice to run the clock down. 47 seconds left, and the Bulldogs will take a knee for a -2 yards. Play clock at 30. Game clock
Winding down the half.
31. They will snap one more time here before the half.
I'm not sure exactly what Coach Pierce is going to talk about at halftime.
Total domination here at the stadium. It's 40-0, and they have been in complete control the entire football game. Milton Union will receive the second half kickoff, and we will be under a
It's a running clock,
running
correct?
clock rule, yes. 30-point lead second half, and so the clock will run except for injuries, scores, and timeouts. Scott, any stats we can get to before the bands take the field?
Well, 42-0, and we can give you a quick summation of how the first half went. The Bulldogs got the ball after a 3-and-out from National Trail, and Broomball ran one play, 50-yard, like a jet sweep for a touchdown. The next thing you know, National Trail has the ball back. The Bulldogs 3-and-out with a blocked punt, and Nichols recovers that blocked punt in the end zone, and suddenly it's 14-0, and we've run one play. We turn right around and head back down the field, and unfortunately, right at the goal line, Broomball fumbled the ball for a touchback through the end zone. Then National Trail put together their only real drive of the game, 6 plays, 49 yards that did result in a punt. The Bulldogs then put together a drive of their own, 7 plays, 51 yards, with Neumeier scoring a touchdown. And forgive me if I get the order of the scoring incorrect, because it's been so fast and furious that I may miss the order. But at 21-0, we had Broomball recover a fumble in the end zone to make it 28. So 2 defensive scores, and it's a 28-0 lead. Broomball catches a 30-yard TD pass, and Neumeier runs in a 9-yard TD, 42-0.
All right, so we're going to leave you here for just a few minutes, actually about 18 minutes of time. And you're going to enjoy the bands, as both the National Trail Band and the Milton Union Band of Pride will be playing here for halftime. Again, 42-0 Milton Union. Enjoy halftime.
I'll get some broom ball stats for you.
Are you sure should I zoom it out more maybe? Yeah, zoom it out. Okay. I might have one to stay here. My knees are so it's chilling up there. What a really big chilling. I know, we saw it lower. Did you switch to a hotspot? No, it's on the Wi-Fi. The one guy said that he switched to a hotspot. Yeah, I know. If that changes from yellow to red, but the stream stop, but right now it's supposed to be on yellow. That's fine to stand that. I mean, it should be fine. I just need to
That's fine announcing? I do. I don't know, I've had to announce something. You got the ticket? Yeah, I got the ticket.
15, 16, 17,
Thank you, guys.
22,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
32,
Let me know if you
42.
need anything.
180 for the winner. You got the ticket. I got it right here in my right pocket. Winner gets 120.
Yeah, you're pretty. You're counting.
What's up, brother? I'm all right. What you doing up here? You came out with the cool guys.
They managed to waste 4 minutes of time and haven't played much yet.
Now, on the continuous talk, is that?
Oh, have you announced their being playing yet?
After the second half?
Yeah, I did that where they were messing around lining up.
Okay.
Yes, it'll be continuous talk, yeah.
Okay. Yes. Right after the kickoff, then it'll be.
I figured it had to be after the.
That's the rules. I had it ready to grab.
We're in a different league, so we had to switch the entire schedule. This is the only thing Mark can pick up. He had to pick this team.
What league are we in?
It's called the Three Rivers Conference. It's very similar to the old league we used to be in before the SWBL. Well, SWBL and then SRC. Very similar, a lot of the same teams. This year, this is the first year. They announced it 2 years ago. Yeah, I guess.
Well, yeah, so my niece, when I was in Grant.
you help me? Grab me. I have two. My class just throw it up there.
Soccer team doing?
The girls lost to Wayne 4-1. They play Nate Christian tomorrow. Boys first game is tomorrow night.
Who they play?
Kenton Ridge.
Who's coaching the girls this year?
Sean Brown.
Oh, okay. Good. Tom's not that one, is he?
Tom's been out for a while.
Well, I know, but I didn't know if he was going to come back just to have another experienced guy who's helping him.
Izzy, Porter, and
Oh, okay, good.
Kyle Timmons.
Okay.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
I always try to get them.
I guess,
I always want to be a defensive player.
I must be back like
It's good to have a
They know the program. They know how you guys do it.
It's good to have a program.
Yeah.
Get tired of
I think
years
so.
they said, hey, this year they let go.
They enjoy having a girl around. So,
That's good.
Well,
so yeah, they start rolling. Yeah, that's the thing. So the basic guys tonight, they play Saturday, and they play Tuesday, and they play Thursday, Wednesday, Friday, and they play Saturday.
Oh, that's a lot. Well, I mean, he doesn't have a lot tonight. A game like this, he's got a lot. I mean, when you're scoring a lot, kicking off, extra points.
thank you, man. That was very good. You were
But yeah,
down.
he's looked really good. His kicking looks great.
He likes it. So I get across the half and it's 7.
I know. We maybe Mark had to pick this team up. We couldn't find anybody else. I mean, we should not be playing a team like this, but well, you got.
Work out some games and be out in the field and
We'll play. Yeah, we'll play in 2 years, then we won't play them again. Mark will find somebody else. They won't want to play us because we already knocked one of their best players out of the game. Yeah. Bridwell's just, you can tell he's turned it up a notch. From last week, I mean, it was, they weren't running him, they weren't running Blake last week. I mean, Blake touched the ball like 3 times last week. And they'll come out one more series. He'll have the varsity on one more series, and then that'll be it. Maybe.
It's always a fine line because
No.
it's like it's yeah. Something out. I don't know Jamie hates him, but I still put a little bit.
Yeah. He'll keep the defense out there for a couple of series, but at some point, National Trail will start rolling their guys in. Sometimes the coaches will have a signal, and they'll be like, okay, no loss. I don't know if National Trail has a JV team. There's no reason for Bruno to be out there. I mean, you want him to get reps, but a kid like him doesn't need them. And you don't want Blake to get hurt. That's why they didn't play a lot last week. I mean, that game didn't mean anything. We could have played better. Our line was horrible last week. Those guys needed work. It'll be different against that one next week. That'll be a tough game. That's the one game I was thinking we'd lose this year, for sure. Yeah. Are they really? That makes a difference. Sure. They have so much good players. Yeah, but in Kennedy's being looks at, he's in the car with me. I don't know, it was maybe over Christmas or it was in the spring. He looks at me and says, Dad, he said, you know, I'm the most normal kid. I'm like, yeah, it is. It's like, I never would have thought that. You're good, buddy. He loves what he's smart. He loves what he's doing. What's he going to do? He moved from some sort of electrical engineering to computer engineering, and he loves it. And he's still playing a lot of music. He quit the choir. He's like, that takes up too much of my time. He was in the BG men's choir the first year. He liked it, but it just took up too much time. Now he's composing music and playing in some band up at BG. He really likes it.
Is he on track?
He said, well, because of last year, there were some classes he couldn't take. He's like, I think I may have to go 5. Laura's actually finishing the semester early. She'll be in December. Fantastic. She's sociology. She switched from chemistry to sociology. She's going to go to grad school. She's not sure where yet. She's got like a 3-4. She wrote it. I didn't quite know yet. Her sociology degree is kind of geared towards like human resources. So she may be in a human resources office someplace. She wants to go to grad school. She's going to see where Gabby goes to school, and then Gabby's looking to go to the Columbus College of Art and Art Design. If she goes there, Laura's going to try to go to Ohio State or one of the other colleges over there. So she's close to Gabby. Her and Gabby are really close.
No.
With Gabby's back at school.
3.5 years.
She goes to Bowling Green. Laura will go to Gabby. She's a senior. Yep. She is. She really likes it. She wants to do some sort of graphic design. She was thinking about doing some sort of, she really loves animating. She's really good at when she draws that stuff. And I was talking with her, like, there's a college, Disney actually has its own school down in Orlando. And I was trying to encourage her. It's kind of expensive, but I'm like, you need to go there. Because if you get in with them, you're part of Pixar and all that other stuff. And you've got like a guaranteed job, $70 grand a year coming out of school. You should try that. I'll come visit you. You go down to Florida, I'll be down there. I'll be down there more than what you think. What's that? She doesn't. She lacks. I try to encourage her. There's another Milton kid going there, she said. Really? One of her friends is going there now, one that was in guard with her. And she loves this shit. She loves it. I don't know much about it, but yeah.
Remember the name of the guy that blocked the pond? Yates.
So where the boys play? I always try to go to every sports, at least one game, just to see how everybody's doing. Band's a little thin this year. Don't forget the 50-50 after this.
Yeah, we just have guys.
What?
We have a player in the band. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back to the stadium, and I hope you enjoyed the Band of Pride and the National Trail Marching Band. 3:30 left on the Memorial Stadium clock for warm-up. It's 42-0 Milton. If you're just joining us, it's been all Bulldogs tonight. And
I got a few scores here. Halftime, St. Henry 28, Covington 0. Valley View, who is Milton's opponent next week, Spartans are coming to Bulldog Country next week. Valley View 22, Shawnee 7. Imagine that's Springfield Shawnee. Troy 13, CJ 14.
Wow.
Tight ball game with the Trojans. And then at the half, it's Ansonia 14, Riverside 13.
I've got some halftime stats. They're all Milton, but they're fascinating to take a look at. MU total yards 192, all unofficial. Rushing 126 yards and passing 66, a total of 42 points. We've scored 4 offensive TDs. Broomball has 2, and Newmeyer has 2. We've had 2 defensive touchdowns. Connor Yates blocked a punt, recovered in the end zone by Peyton Nichols, and then a fumble recovery for a touchdown by Blake Broomball. Accounts for the Melton 42. Interesting stats on Broomball. 3 touchdowns tonight, 1 running, the first play of the game for 50 yards, 1 on a pass reception. That pass reception by Broomball was 30 yards and a touchdown, and a fumble recovery. He has 105 total offensive yards, which represents 55% of the Bulldog offense. And here's the interesting statistic with Broomball. I've got him with 4 punt returns for a total of 84 yards. And you may look at the Bulldog score and say, well, that offense has got 28 points on the board. How can they only have 192 total yards? Well, it's because of the punt return yardage from Broomball. We have played this game in National Trail side of the 50. And we've had a short field all night. I think we've had 1 possession where we had a drive that was 51 yards in 7 plays. Really the one drive that the coach would look at and say, that was a rhythm. We had a nice rhythm going. But individual statistics, Newmeyer has 6 carries at 44 yards and 2 touchdowns. Elam 2 carries for 24 yards. So just 2 touches tonight for Elam, but big yardage, 12 yards a carry. Broomball's got the 1 carry, 50 yards. Mortar had a carry for 8 yards, tucked away a pass play and ran a nice run. So 10 rushing attempts, 126 yards. Again, unofficial stats, the best we can keep up with 42 points on the board. Mortar passing 3 for 4, 66 yards and a touchdown. And he could have been perfect tonight. I think he had 1 drop down on the 3.
Correct.
Yeah, I thought Mortar's thrown a nice ball all night.
So on National Trail, it's a difficult statistical first half. 72 rushing yards, 4 yards passing, 76 total yards. And that's on 8 possessions. They have a couple of bright spots, if you can call them that. Baker has 6 carries for 35 yards. Rubish had 4 for 20 before he went out, I believe, with an injury. Their fullback, though, has been held in check by the Bulldogs. 8 carries, 6 total yards.
Wow.
Clark has 7 carries for 5. Browning 1 for 6, a total of 72. Hoffman passing 1 for 4 with an interception. So just not much to report on the National Trail side. It's a difficult conversation to have, being a head coach down 42-0, and you've now got to talk about individual, and it becomes the pride of the individual and the people who really want to show the coach, I want to be here, I want to earn my spot next week, and I'm going to show you the bright spots that I can provide in the second half of the game.
Yeah, you want guys that are going to fight, just going to keep playing, battle through it. Doesn't matter if you're up 20, down 20, you play hard, and concentrate and focus on next week and trying to get yourselves ready to play next week.
And so, what do you think?
I got another score. Sorry,
ahead,
Coach.
You're fine.
14-7 Bellbrook over Tip at halftime. 14-7 Bellbrook.
Well, my question was going to be, what do you think Coach Pierce's thoughts are here as far as what he'd like to see get done up 40? Obviously not stay injury-free, stay healthy for next week, but
I think that is the key point for him going into this second half. He may play his starters for a series, and it may give us some indication of the things that he wants to put a little polish on. You know, it's difficult to point out where you've been challenged tonight. And I would almost, as through Coach Pierce's lens, go back and look at the way we played against Brookville. We were down. We took an early lead, 7-0. And I know it's a scrimmage, but the Brookville took a 14-7 lead. We came back and took the lead against a very aggressive, powerful Blue Devil team. Came out in the second half after they had scored the 14 points and put up 2 3-and-outs. Those are the things that you can take away and say, you know what?
Well, I tell you, what I would like to see happen is let the field goal kicker get a couple field goals tonight. Another couple up the middle, and
well, we kind of about got them run ruled here. Maybe
let the kicker have a couple.
Maybe that's the thing. You get inside the 10, you got to kick it.
Yeah, good practice for him.
Well, DeWitt, who is the main cog offensively and the punter, is also the place kicker here to start action.
So for all the things we've seen tonight in this game, fumbles and interceptions and block punts, we're about to see one thing we haven't seen all night. What is that?
That's right. Trail kicking off.
There you go.
That is correct.
So, see what the Bulldogs can do with this kickoff.
So we have Pickrell back along with number 8, Blake Broomball, as DeWitt is going to hit a low line drive. It's going to bounce to Broomball, who will pick it up about the 10, 15. Cuts up 20. Oh, my God.
He's going to break it. He's going to break it.
My goodness. And the horn is going to sound.
Is that 90 yards?
That is 90.
Was that 90 yards?
Yards. Sprinter speed.
It's not
hits.
just the speed. He's got that little wiggle. The guy had him.
Correct.
He has that little wiggle, and then he just accelerates.
That is a great point, Andy. He made the first guy miss, and it was off to the races.
And it's just a little wiggle right there to make that guy miss, and then he's got that acceleration, and you can't catch him.
And so Mr. Grudich is here to kick his 7th extra point of the night. And I believe that's going to be a school record. I'm going to go on.
I don't know.
I'm going to go on air here and say, on the record, and say that no one has ever had 7 extra points.
I don't know.
It'll be interesting.
He's got to make it first.
You hate when I do this,
He probably wasn't paying much attention on the sideline on the kickoff that he was going to have to run out there.
I hope he's loose. High snap. He got it down. It's up. It looks left to me, and it is left. And
Yep.
he hooked that one a little bit.
He shanked it.
48-0.
So that is a huge boost for Broomball's return yards on the night. And really, we may be able to start keeping score. Broomball, 28, National Trail, 0.
And what's interesting is just the number of ways he scored. I mean, it's not traditional.
A 50-yard run from scrimmage, a 30-yard pass reception, a very odd fumble recovery,
25-yard fumble recovery,
and a 90-yard kickoff return. Throw in, you know.
But he didn't run a punt back, right? Is that correct?
Yet,
that's
no.
right.
No, he's got 84 return yards, so that's one we need.
I'm going to go with. I'm going to go on a limb here, out on a limb here, and say Broomball may have an all-purpose yards record tonight.
There you go. There you go.
You can go with the extra point record.
Not now. He missed it.
Even though you jinxed him.
He hooked it.
Coach Barnes. But Broomball might have an all-purpose yards record, maybe. Be a Doc Ginn question.
Different ways to score for sure.
So that's very interesting because he has 279 all-purpose that I can track now. And it would be very interesting to talk to Dr. Ginn about the all-time one-game total yards.
Well, not only that, he's got those yards and a half.
That's so true. Yeah.
He's got those yards and a half and one
half
play.
of the kickoff.
And one
That's
play.
so true.
And so on a change of possession, the OHSAA mercy rule will allow the clock to begin running. It's 11:33 and counting. And Trail will have to score 19 unanswered to get that clock to stop. So Hoffman in shotgun, DeWitt to his left. Hoffman's got it, he hands to DeWitt, who cuts it up, and he's hit immediately by number 51, and that's Zeb Hines for a gain of 0. Second down 10 from the 20-yard line.
So head coach Mark Hoffman for National Trail, I'm sure one of the key things he's thinking about right now is whether or not their buses have air conditioning.
Not an easy night. Hoffman's got it. Hands, jet sweep. That's Thwaites on the edge. Missed the tackle, but he disrupted the play, and Elam makes the play.
Nice cleanup by Elam.
Loss of 3.
Nice hit.
So Milton does have their first team defense in here.
Now, as a coach, it's tough because you want to get some other guys some time, but you also don't want to give up points.
Correct.
But the starters may be not long for this
I
game.
would say one series apiece. Third down, 14. Hoffman shotgun. DeWitt flanks him left. Blitz. They bring people up the middle. Slant pattern is tipped and incomplete. And so Trail will punt. 4th and 14.
Well, now I would say Broomball needs to run this back because that's the one where he hasn't scored tonight.
Goodness gracious.
He hasn't run a punt back.
DeWitt's got the snap, and he toes the football. Nice kick. He got
Nice
it to
punt.
turn over. It's going to hit and go out of bounds.
It's a nice punt.
At the 43-yard line, where Milton will take over 1st and 10. And it looks like the first group is going to play one series.
Well, that was a nice punt, and you know it's unfortunate. They've had plenty of time to work on that aspect of the game.
I got a feeling Broomball's going to start seeing more of that. If anybody's watching film, they're not going to kick to him.
So Cooper Brown split top. That's Matt Pickerel at the bottom of your screen. Mortar under center. He's got it. And he hands to Newmeyer. 40. Breaks a tackle. 45. 45, 50. And down at the 41-yard line. What a run by Blake.
Breaking tackles. Nice strong run.
Tackle
Again by
Jonathan
Newmeyer.
McLean. 5'10". Senior.
That's a nice stat boost for Newmeyer. He's had 44 yards in the first half, but there you can tack on another 21, put him up to 65. I'd like to see him break 100.
Mortar under center. That's handed to Elam. And a good open field tackle. And that's number 4, Garrett Jones, 6'1", 175, a senior. And made a nice play after Elam was trying to get outside, a loss of 1.
So if you're up 48-0, do you throw a pass?
I would hope not.
Probably not.
I would think not. Mortar. Elam. Hit by number 85. And he falls forward for a gain of about 3. Tackled by Gage Lesh.
Nice play by Trail.
3rd down and 9 from the 39-yard line. Clock running, 7:27 left on the scoreboard clock, 48-0 Milton Union.
Hit Elam in the backfield there.
Play clock at 15.
Little confusion there on the play. Mortar's got to get him out quick. 8 seconds.
We are going to pass the football. Steps, throws across the middle. He's got number 16 with the catch, a gain of about 7. Good pass.
Nice catch by Gibson.
Connor Gibson.
Again, I'm impressed with the way Mortar's throwing the ball tonight. That was another nice throw. Nice catch by Gibson.
4th down and 2, and Milton will probably go for it here as they're in a close territory situation.
Go for a field goal.
That's a great
Good
point,
field goal
Andy.
opportunity here.
Mortar put some zip on that ball, and he's been on the money all night. It looks like he's seeing his receivers well. Just a very good night for him throwing the ball.
4th and 2, quarterback sneak, gain of 3 or 4, and an easy first down for the Bulldogs. First down, Milton Union, 30-yard line.
With the running clock, the second half's going to go fast.
6 minutes. We're halfway through the third period. Mortar under center. Hand to Newmeyer. 25, 23, and bent backwards about the 23-yard line. Gain of 7.
Another good run by Blake.
So I have a little quick trivia.
Fire away.
So I did a little research. You know, we have Wes Martin, who's playing for the Redskins, or excuse me, the Washington
football
team. Sorry about that. But he's playing pro football. And we talked a little bit last week about Carl Broomball, who played professional football back in the 20s and 30s with the Chicago Bears.
Pitch to Gibson.
So here's my question.
Gibson took a shot.
Milton Union has had 3 graduates that went in to play professional football. Who is the third?
Green.
Yes. Awesome, Andy.
Was it Bob? What was his first name?
No, it was Charlie Green.
Yeah.
Charles Green.
Chuck Green.
Now, who did he play for?
Cardinals.
He played for the Boston Patriots
Oh, my.
and Oakland Raiders in the old AFL.
Elam's got the football. And a gain of about 3. Tackled by number 79, Sean Roberts, 5'11", 280-pound junior. 3rd down, 7. Bulldogs.
So if you don't get it here, do you bring the kicker out?
What would you do, Coach?
I would. Work on it.
I agree.
Since you jinxed him on the extra point, at
I
least
won't
let
say
him try a field
anything.
goal.
I'm sure he'll make it. Tried to get him to jump on a hard count. 10 on the play clock. Mortar checks the wristband. 3 on the play clock. Snap handed to Newmeyer, who is tackled after a gain of about 3. And so it'll be 3rd down and 5.
Field goal unit?
I think it's 3rd down, Coach. I think I missed
Oh,
it.
sorry.
Yep, 3rd and 5.
I got excited.
.318. Copeland split right, outside the numbers.
Maybe give Gibson another carry here. We're going to go Newmeyer right up the middle.
Elam in the slot, Gibson right slot. He's got Newmeyer, and Newmeyer's hit immediately.
They
falls
sniff-
forward
they
for a
sniff
gain
that
of
out.
2. So it's going to be 4th and 4.
Now it's time.
And here comes the field goal unit.
Here comes the kicker.
Lonesome kicker. Placed on about the 30-yard. It will be the 30. I'm sorry, the 20-yard
He better hurry up
line.
because he's got 14 seconds.
You've got 30-yard field goal attempt straight on. 10 on the play clock. 5 on the play clock. Snap. Oh, terrible. It's down. It's up. And it's going to be good. Awesome. Wow. That is a great hold by Mortar. A bad snap. Mortar got it down and With the timing off, Mason still was able to kick it through. It's 51-0.
That was an all-leg kick. Nice job by Mortar.
That's a great confidence builder. I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
absolutely.
going into a big game next week, to step out there and kick a 30-yard field goal after a bad snap, keep your composure and still put it through the uprights, that was a great play. Got to feel good about that. And now, you know, Valley View's looking at another threat offensive score for the Bulldogs. 30-yard field goals, nothing to sneeze at. I think he had another 5 yards plus on that.
Yeah. He's got plenty of leg. He's got to hit it right. Now we'll see if he's a little jacked up from making a field goal, if he puts one in the end zone or not.
Well, you notice that when he missed the extra point, his kickoff went into a touchback, so there was a little aggression there, too. Now he's got some little adrenaline. Oh, yeah. Good kick. It's going to be a little short. Caught about the
quite.
8. That's Clark. And he's tackled at the 23-yard line. 1:50 left, third quarter, 51-0 MU. In other sports action, you knew I was going to do this. Cincinnati 5.
I was going to say, let me guess, a red score.
Yes, sir. Cincinnati 5 and the Marlins 0. And Votto has homered again. The old man is coming through. If they win tonight and the Padres lose,
Hit me with it, Coach.
they will be in the final playoff spot with
There you
7
go.
weeks to go. What do you think of that?
There you go. Always appreciate a Reds update from you, Coach.
I'm the only excited person in the booth. All right. There's number 5, Baker, with the carry. He gains 2 yards, tackled by number 72, Nick Walters.
So as we wind down the third quarter, it's got to be time to start bringing in the second, third team. Let some guys play. I know
Absolutely.
Broomball's still on the field. I know he'd play every down if he could, but that is one player I may want to give a rest.
This is most of our first unit. Clark pops it outside, I believe, number 9. Caden Clark, the carry. And he gains 2. And it'll be third down and about 8.
Looks like we're going to get one more playoff for the end of the quarter. Quick shout out to my man Eric Etzler in Georgia, watching live from his palatial estate
Palatial.
in Ackworth, Georgia.
It sounds palatial.
Interesting statistic, my wife sold him the house.
Really?
Yeah, she did.
That's crazy.
Small world.
Oh, it's one-on-one and incomplete.
Oh. Thought he had it.
Garrett Jones
He was
looked
open.
to be open.
He was open.
And just
Okay.
missed.
Trivia.
And that brings up the end of the third quarter.
And do you want to do stats first? Or you want to do trivia first?
Good.
Let me do trivia, and then you can give us our stats, and then we'll do the answer. So here we go. The new Three Rivers Conference is the 4th league or conference that Milton has been a member of since 1940. Can you name the other 3 conferences Milton's been in? This is our 4th conference. What were the other 3 conferences?
All right.
SWBL,
SWBL,
SRC,
SRC.
Those are the easy ones. The last one is 1940 to 1943.
it's got to be some kind of Randolph town.
And
shit.
Scott was a senior on that team back in 1940.
Wasn't it also the SWBL? Is that a trick question?
It is not a trick question.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Are you ready for it? So you're correct. SWBL 1944 to 1981 and 2001 to 2020. The SRC, which was a great league, 1982 to 2000, and the Little Western Buckeye Conference,
Well, no way.
Wow.
I would've never got that.
1940 to 1943.
How about that?
Trail to punt. Start the 4th. Connor Gibson back, and the punt is short, and Gibson's going to pick it up at the 40, 45. Cuts up. Good run, 50, 45, 40, and he took a shot.
He took a hit there.
And he's up and running. So
Nice run.
first down for Milton Union at the 40-plus territory.
Nice run by Gibson. He might feel that one in the morning. That was a hit.
Not a lot to report from the third quarter. Newmeyer picked up 36 yards. He has 80 on the night. That's a nice stat. 30-yard field goal is a great stat for Mason, Grudich, and then the kickoff return for 90 yards. It continues to be Broomball's night. He's had a tremendous night. Total all-purpose yards over 279 unofficial.
Looks like we might have our first time out of the game. A little bit of confusion there. We got some younger guys in the game. I want to give a huge kudos and shout out to our student assistants today. Mr. Beck, our normal producer, couldn't be here tonight, so we actually have Milton Union students running the broadcast tonight. So we have Mr. Jacob Hawkins. He's been the man on the computer. He's the one that got us up running live. And up on the cameras, Des Carroll and Caden Crabtree have been giving you the camera shots all night long. So all Milton Union students. So big thanks to those guys for helping us out tonight. They've done a great job.
Actually had someone text me and say they were doing a fantastic job. Quality.
Yep.
It's awesome.
And the good thing is not one of us could do it. So that's why we're glad they're here.
I could barely get the headset on tonight. That's not a lie either. Handed to number 32 up the middle, and he's fumbling, bumbling, stumbling for 9. That's Foose. Jordan Foose, sophomore. Good run, 5'11", 170. Second group in, clock running, 51-0.
Good to see some other guys getting some minutes now. Get some quality minutes here.
So that's Wyatt Kimmel under center, and there goes Foose for a first down. Wyatt's just a freshman.
Great experience when you get these young guys in under the lights on a Friday night. Even though it's mop-up time, it's just good experience for them down the road.
It's a game of about 11.
Foose had some good touches last week against Brookville, and he's out here running hard again. It's nice to have depth in that backfield.
Just a sophomore. Keegan Crow split out to the numbers. Foose in the backfield. Gibson has got the ball in a jet sweep. He cuts it up, but he's tackled immediately by number 60.
Nice play
Jordan
by Trail.
Heck. 5'7", 175, a junior. Trail will have better days. They're just young and ran into a little bit of a buzzsaw tonight.
Yeah, they got some good size. They got a lot of kids coming back. They're going to be all right.
You should see Wyatt Kimmel play dodgeball. That's just a side note. Holy smoke. Gives it to Foose. Foose is bottled up. He bounces outside, and he's going to get about 2 yards before tackle.
We'll see if Coach Pierce is going to let the young kid throw the ball.
So it's going to be 3rd and 7. Gain of 3.
You realize if they don't get a first down here,
No, they
might bring the field goal unit back out.
So
Wow.
Wyatt Kimball, 14 as a freshman, is 6', 190. So being a freshman, he may have some room to grow, and could be a real star for us in the future.
Oh,
That's
we,
motion.
Got motion. Just a little leany on 9 and 32. And a couple of other people who just could not hold the stance. So a loss of 5. It'll be 3rd and 12 from the 24-yard line. Clock running, 8:35 to go in the football game. 51-0. Kimmel is going to run a counter. That's number 9. Zach Lovin, freshman. sophomore, Zach Lovin. Gain of 6.
Looks
So
like
it'll be fourth and
no
6.
field goal.
So Coach Pierce has got to look back on this game and feel really good. Everything he set out to do tonight, he accomplished. He wanted to establish the run. He wanted to stop the run. He wanted to see Jake Brown, number 79, on the interior line make a huge difference and take that fullback out of the equation. Drew DeWitt, number 45. Coach Pierce mentioned his size coming into tonight, said that was a player they were focused on and wanted to stop. Certainly happened for the Bulldogs. So they've got to feel really good about the defense and how well it played. Secondary wasn't tested at all. There was really no passing game from National Trail. A lot of pressure on the front end. So we dominated the point of attack on defense. Our defensive line, front seven, played excellent game tonight. And then, certainly the biggest takeaway for the fan base is Broomball. This has been his game. He's really had a tremendous effort tonight. He'd have one more touchdown if it wasn't for the fumble through the end zone when he was just struggling to get extra yardage. I mean, that was a sure score that just got away from him, and maybe that sparked the fire because after that it's been all Blake Broomball all night.
That was DeWitt for a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. And it's handed to number 9. No, excuse me, number 5, Baker. Foose with the tackle.
Nice hit by Foose, but not after he got a first down. A good hit. Good to see guys still hitting.
I think we've been penalty-free, at least the starters. We saw just one here.
Correct.
We had the fumble down at the goal line, which is a tough one. It's hard to pick on Broomball in the night he's had, but really those are the only 2 big negatives that jump off the page. National Trail had one drive, just one, that we were able to stop. The Mortar's passing has been tremendous tonight. I mean, he has been on the money. I have him 4 for 5 in passing, and it could just as easily been a perfect night for him. He had one dropped down on the 2.
Which will be great for his confidence moving forward. He looked poised, threw a nice ball.
So true, Andy. He was very confident back there, throwing just ropes. And then a lot of touch on the touchdown pass to Broomball.
Yep. Nice throw. Nice hold on the bad snap and got it up.
He had a really good night.
Yeah, Mortar's had a really good night.
And you know who else that we haven't mentioned, but Connor Yates dominated play that first period. Just absolutely blocked the punt, was all over the field. Really nice night from him, too. It's 3rd and 6. And Trail still has their starting unit in. So Hoffman under center. Power formation. And it is handed to...
So let's talk about next week. We play Valley View, a lot bigger test for us. They're winning tonight 22-7 in their contest. Valley View, what is the one aspect of our game we've not seen? We've seen our kicking game, our certainly kicked off all night. Coverage was strong. Maybe not the kickoffs into the end zone, but the coverage team, I think, only one return crossed the 20. We had great distance on the field goal, split the uprights. All the extra points were great except for the one that Brett jinxed. So it's a solid takeaway on the kicking game. But we didn't see our punt team, which would be something you'd want to work on. You're going to play Valley View. They're going to show up and play defense next week. It'll be a game of field position. And we've not had a long drive. One of the drives, early in the season, what you want to see your team do is put together these 11, 12, 14 play, 79-yard drives where you got to convert a couple third downs. You can't make penalties. You can't set yourself back. I mean, think about the Brookville game. we had the momentum and the lead, and a first down that was called back on a penalty, and regardless of whether that penalty was an accurate call or not, that penalty changed the momentum of that game at that point. So one of the things Coach Pierce will walk away from this contest with is the sustainability of a drive, and something he didn't get to see tonight, which if you have the explosiveness of Broomball, it's challenging. But when he's had to move the ball and muscle it up front, Newmeyer's done a great job of getting it done. Under 100 yards for the night, but he'll get his yards this season.
Well, Valley View handed it to us last year twice. I mean, we went over there, and it was a similar score to what we're seeing tonight, just on the opposite side. And we just could not stop their passing game. That's something that...
And that's something we're going to, we haven't really
we haven't had to worry about
tonight
tonight
at
at
all.
all.
Throw the ball a lot, and Valley View historically likes to throw the ball a lot now. I will say they have a new coaching staff this year.
That's true.
So...
But last year they threw it all over the field.
Which, is tough for Valley View with all new coaches, but it's also tough for us because now you have a whole new system.
That's correct.
And, how are they, what kind of style are they going to play? What are they going to look to do?
That film last year is worthless, isn't it?
Correct. So, I don't know if they're going to want to throw the ball as much as they did last year.
3rd and 7. Kimmel will pitch it to number 17, who makes a man miss, and then is tackled. And that is a good effort by Peyton Mayfield, freshman.
Valley View, I have their score at 22-7 against Shawnee. So they're not running away from it. Good thing, takeaway here, Coach is going to get a good film to watch. He's going to get to watch those starters play probably most of the game. And he had mentioned that these are the films. Now, they don't really send scouts out any longer. It's the film is the scouting report.
Correct. That's everybody has huddle now, so everybody just trades films.
So that's going to give them a good look, really. I mean, you're going to get a better look than what we're going to share with them. They're going to look at our game film and say, okay, well, we better account for Broomball in every play. Mortar threw the ball very well, so you've got to account for that. Newmeyer ran the ball up the middle. We saw others participate well. Elam, who only had a few touches tonight, 4, made big plays a week ago in the scrimmage. So there's a continued threat that may be a sleeper threat for Valley View.
I think we have 3 guys that are all capable of having big nights with Newmeyer, Broomball, and Elam. I mean, any of those guys could break a long one, have 100 yards in an evening.
Well, a turnover on downs, and Trail will get the ball one final time tonight. 1:33 left on the game clock here at the stadium. 2021 off to a great start here with Milton leading 51-0.
I'm not sure Coach Pierce could ask for a better evening. Got his starters a little bit of rest. Scored a lot of points.
Right.
17 just needed a quick drink over there, Coach.
I was about to start counting
33.
people.
I counted them twice. They were 10, and then there were 10, and then there were 11, and then there were 10. Nice play by Ian Coffey there.
Yeah,
freshman.
nice tackle.
Guys, I ran out of paper and stats. 51 points and a great game by the Bulldogs. If I was only doing the stats for National Trail, it would have been an easy night.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice tackle. Looks like we're gonna
that's Peyton Mayfield.
have one more play. Are they gonna play? Are they gonna run one more play?
One more play.
They got time for it.
30 seconds to go. 51-0 Milton Union. If you didn't get a chance to see this team play this week, get out here next week and
It's going to be a great
support the
game next
Dogs.
week. It's going to be a huge game for the Bulldogs next week.
Now, Valley View is not a league contest.
no.
Correct.
That's the last non-league game I
Yep.
believe we have. Clock running, 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's a victory tonight here at the stadium.
Nice win by the Bulldogs. Great night for Broomball. Good night for Mortar. Good night for Yates. Anytime you can get a shutout in football, that's a good night.
So for Scott Seaman and the coach, Andy Grudich, this is Brett Barnes. We'll see you 1 week from tonight at the stadium. Have a great night.
You called this. You said 55-6. I had 55-12. Yeah,